Hi, it's day 11 of my 31-day challenge, and the question today is kind of like, it's a hard one to answer because it's almost like, okay, let's say the question. The question is, what do you want people to say about you if you're not around? Now, I don't know if they mean if you've crossed over or you've passed, or if it's just that, you're with a group of friends and then you go to the bathroom and do they talk about you? Either way. So either way, I think I would prefer if they said something nice about me, but we all know that doesn't always come true. So what do I wish that people would say about me when I'm not around? That I'm a good person, that I'm tender-hearted, that I'm kind, that I'm generous, not too generous. That I care about other people. So these are things that I do try to show in my life, show in my personality. So yes, I like to treat other people kind and with respect, and I am very generous, sometimes to a fault. I do worry about other people, sometimes also to a fault. So there is something that I know that they would say if I wasn't around, and they'd say, oh, she worries about everything. Like, don't tell her because she'll worry about it. Like, if you're going on a trip, don't tell her because she'll worry about it, right? Well, yeah, it's true. I can't lie. If you're close to me and you're going on a long trip, you're flying or you're going somewhere, yeah, I'm going to worry about you. The world that we live in now it's scary. It's scary at times. But I don't choose to live sequestered. So I don't choose to live sequestered, so I wouldn't want anyone that I care about to live in fear all the time. But there needs to be a semblance of common sense, right? So you don't put yourself at risk if you know that there are circumstances that may be dangerous if you're going on a trip. That's all I'm saying, right? But I know my kids and I know people that I care about. I know that they kind of get a little fed up with me calling and saying, are you okay? How did your trip go? How was the drive? How was this? How was that, right? So yeah, but being a mom, especially a single mom, being a mom stays with you for a long time. So anyhow, I need to explain this. I do have a spot here, a lesion, that is starting up that I have to be concerned about. And so I'm not covering it up with anything. I don't use CoverGirl or any type of skin cover that will absorb into the skin. So I don't. The only thing I use is a little bit of eyeliner on the top lid and some organic lipstick. Yeah, so it's got mostly coconut oil or coconut cream in it or whatever, but that's what it's got in it. So I just wanted to say that, put that out, because I don't want anybody to think I got whopped in the eye, because I didn't. That part of my life is over and done with. I told you I was freaking honest. Okay, so what else would I like people to say about me when I'm not around? Well, I'd like them to focus on my good traits. Hopefully they've noticed my good traits. But normally a question like this would be like, when you're past, when you're crossed, what would you like people to say about you? Well, if I'm gone, dead and gone, you can say whatever in the hell you want. It doesn't matter. But it would be nice if you said, oh, she was kind, she was a well-rounded person, she was all the good positive traits that you could think of. Yeah. Or, in conversation, let's say I'm not around, let's say I'm past, let's say I've gone to meet my maker, and these are having a conversation, and then you're talking about art, or you're talking about, something that I used to do a lot is meditation, or make dream catchers, or make wall hangings, or do some carving on oars and things like that. So the things that I do, if I'm not around, if I've gone, it would be nice if you kind of threw me in that conversation and say, oh, you know what? She used to do that. She used to make them. She was very good at it. She's very, detail orientated, something like that. I'm not saying I am, but I'm just saying if you knew me and I was gone, I'd like you to focus on my positive traits, wouldn't you? Yeah. Or I make amazing cinnamon buns, amazing, and absolutely over the top pierogies. So if you're at a feast and you're all munching down and you have pierogies or you have cinnamon buns, you could always throw it in there, like, especially my kids. Like, Mom used to make amazing cinnamon buns. Oh, I love my mom's cinnamon buns. I still honor my mother to this day, and we weren't even that close, but I honor the things that she did that, taught me something. So my mother basically taught me to make cinnamon buns. And they were this big, like this big. They were massive, but they were so good. And when she made a pot of soup, oh my goodness, it was like to die for. So, my mom and my aunt were like amazing cooks. I love to eat their food. And, over time, I started to gain a little bit of weight. So in my 60s, I'm starting to lose it. But yeah, it would be nice if you would acknowledge something that I stood for, whether that be spiritually, mentally, physically, whether it just be something that I made or I did. It would be wonderful for someone to acknowledge the good that I did or the positive things that I did. So I can't think of anything else. What else would I like them to say about me? Well, basically, the truth is you'll probably like reiterate on the good and the bad. The good, the bad, and the ugly, right? So everybody has a good side. Everybody has a bad side, and I'm the same as everybody else. I'm not this perfect person, and I'm not someone that thrives on this egotistical type of energy. But it would be nice. It would be nice to be acknowledged for the good things that you did. So that was a pretty easy question. Like, I'm just wondering if there's more to that question. So let me look at it. It says, what do you want people to say about you when you're not around? So, yeah, I think that's talking about when I've crossed over to the Great Divide. So that's all I can think of. Try to find some positive things in my personality or in my relationship with you, and maybe kind of throw it out there and make me feel good as I'm crossing over that Great Divide. And I shall see you when you get up there. So I'll be back on the next video, day 12. The good Lord provided.